Let's go, baby. Can you believe it? Kendrick Nunn. THC re-signs back with the Lakers. Oh, wow. I'm super hyped, guys. Yes, this offseason has just took it to another level. Kendrick Nunn, according to multiple reports, turns down major money from other teams to sign a 2-year mid-level exception with a 1-year opt-out clause, player option. Crazy. Rob Pelinka, the GOAT, man. Hey, I got to bow down to Rob, man. He's out here killing the game, man. He's purging free agency. Kendrick Nunn, this guy's a beast. You guys put me on to him being a free agent. I didn't even know before I got off the last stream that Kendrick Nunn was even available. Oh, I'm losing my shit, guys. Oh, my goodness. Let's go, Laker Nation. We winning the championship for sure. Hands down the deepest team from head to toe. Kendrick Nunn. THC just re-signed too. Congratulations. 3-year deal. I knew it was going to happen. Not surprised there. But Kendrick Nunn, who definitely worth way more than $5 million a year. He has a 1-year opt-out clause, man. Very genius. Very genius. Right now, 13 players under contract with the vet minimum exception available. Wow. Monk, THC, and Kendrick Nunn today are just insane. With Carmelo, guys, best offseason I probably have ever witnessed. Let me see. Let me think if there was a better offseason than this one. I'm trying to think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But probably since we signed Shaquille O'Neal in the offseason to add to Kobe Bryant. That's how long it's been since we had a free agency like this, man. Oh, this might be the best free agency ever. From the role players to the starters, we are covered. We needed shooters. We got that. We needed a backup ball handler, maybe even a shooting guard. Maybe Kendrick can start at the 2. We got that. I think we might be looking at the starting 2 guard right there in Kendrick Nunn. This kid is a beast, man. This guy, he gets buckets. Okay, I was not aware up until you guys told me before I got off the last stream that Kendrick Nunn was even available. Once you guys said that, you guys put me onto that. I was like, yes, pursue Kendrick Nunn. Okay, Kendrick. Oh man, I'm at a loss for words. I'm just gonna read comments. He said most stacked super team in NBA history. He said, wow, it's over. Dan, 18 on the way. Wow, Nunn. Rob's the GOAT. I mean, Rob is the GOAT. Rob has been putting on for the city from the moment he got here, man. Give that man his credit. People were criticizing him last year. Give this man his credit. The team we have right now is impeccable, guys. We have a little bit of everything. We're not lacking anything anymore. And you know what's funny? They were just trashing us in the comment section for not having enough youth. Guys, we get Kendrick Nunn for a 2-year, $10 million, $10 million deal? That is a steal, man. That's a steal. Okay. Is it Dan Patty Mills was a better option? Not really. Kendrick Nunn's a solid-ass defender, too. And he can shoot the 3. And he can attack. He has solid ball handling abilities, playmaking abilities. This guy, seriously, he could either back you up at the point guard or he could start at the 2 guard. My guess is he's starting at the number 2. You know, this guy is dope. And Taylor Horton-Tucker is back. I mean, I predicted that to happen as well. But my boy said Rob gets a statue. Seriously, I've never seen such a impeccable GM. He's swift. He's swift, right? As soon as we missed out on what's his face on Patty Mills, boom, he turns around. He brings us Melo. He brings us Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn. This is a dream. This is a dream, man. This is a dream. Dan Stradams, I got you guys. I told you THC would resign. I mean, and here's the thing about THC resigning, okay? Here's the thing about Taylor Horton-Tucker resigning. They give him a 3-year deal. Okay, what was it, like 32 mil, 33, something like that? Very, very, very affordable deal. 3-year deal. And in those 3 years, he's going to grow, and we're going to see exactly what he's going to become. If he becomes a star in those 3 years or a starting caliber guard, he's going to get paid as such. If he doesn't, then we'll resign him as a role player value. So these next 3 years are going to be highly evaluated by the front office. You know, they believe in their guy just like we do. You know, we see eye to eye. Rob Pelinka is a GOAT, man. Rob Pelinka is a GOAT. He said playing THC with hungry Nunn is genius. He said Nunn is definitely better than Patty, to be honest. It's not about being better. It's about the fit. Kendrick Nunn is exactly what we needed. Whether he starts or comes off the bench, he's a dog, man. We got a dog. But thanks for the donation, bro. I can't believe it, man. Laker Nation should be hyped right now. Real Laker fans know that we're about to win the championship. You know, we're about to win the championship. Kendrick Nunn, I know the rest of the league is shaking in their boots right now. Kevin Durant is slithering all over the place looking for another free agent. But let me tell you something, man. This team is well-rounded to perfection almost. Almost to perfection. This offseason couldn't have gone better. Literally. He said 2 more roster spots, Dan, do we sign the drafted guys? I think those roster spots, we might leave one available. So I think we might fill up 1 more roster spot and 1 will be wide open. I don't know who they're going to get now. To be honest with you, we're filled, man. We're completely. We got 13 roster spots, and remember, we still got to deal with the whole contract situation of Dennis Schroeder. He might just end up walking at this point, or if we bring him back, I'm okay with that. This team is stacked. This team is stacked beyond belief, man. Kendrick Nunn is legit. Look, I was super happy about Malik Monk and Carmelo, but this Kendrick Nunn signing came out of left field, man. You know, but I major props to Laker Nation, because before I got off the last video, you guys put me onto him. Like I said, I wasn't even aware. I can't take credit for Kendrick Nunn signing here. I wasn't even aware that he was a free agent. Like, why would Miami not re-sign him? Dude is a beast. Sure, he dealt with some injuries and stuff, but man, this guy, seriously, man, he drops buckets. He gets buckets. He plays solid defense. I really like Kendrick Nunn. He said, sub DTLF, it's our year, baby. He said, I just want to say congrats. Thank you so much, brother, on the 15K. Thank you, Jarrett. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Drizzy, my boy Drizzy said, I am so hyped right now. He said, we're coming for the Nets and the Clippers. I like the squad. We are getting the first seed. Absolutely, man. It's not even a question at this point. It's not even a question at this point. Like, for those of you that don't know who Kendrick Nunn is, Google him, man. YouTube him. Same thing with Malik Monk. I recommend it because I didn't believe he was attainable, let alone as a free agent on a on the mid-level exception. This guy's worth at least 15. That's how much of a hooper he is. On the open market, if there was enough money elsewhere, but check this out, Kendrick Nunn, he left money behind. Okay, he left money behind to come and take a pay cut and play for the Lakers based on the reports. If that don't tell you he wants to be a winner, I don't know what else does, man. He turned down significantly more money. You know what significantly means? This guy was definitely a $15 million a year player, and we get him for a quarter of the price, man. You gotta love it. He said Lakers will sweep the West, barring injuries. I agree. This team, Rob has done his due diligence. He's done his homework. Shout out to whoever's helping him recruit. Maybe it's LeBron behind the scenes making the calls, whatever. But we have the depth now. Oh, I can't even, bro. I'm so high. I can't even begin to think how the depth chart is going to look for the Lakers. Literally, we have Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn, Wayne Ellington as our guards. That's an upgrade. No matter how you chop it up, man, that is a huge upgrade. Huge. I'm running out of breath, guys, from all this excitement today. But, man, he said Dan Caruso was the better option. No, he wasn't. I'm sorry. No, he wasn't. This makes up completely for the Caruso sign. The fact that we let him go. Trust me, Kendrick Nunn is a better offensive player. Maybe Caruso slightly the better defensive player. Obviously, the fan favorite. Nothing against Caruso, but Kendrick Nunn is a baller, man. He's a hooper. He can go off. Kendrick Nunn can go off. He's one of those wild card players that he comes in, and you don't know if he's about to drop 20 or maybe even more. He said, how are we getting away with all of this? The league has no chance. It's called super team. When you have a super team, I told you guys, Rob had something up his sleeve. This was it, man. He had a plan A, B, C, and D. And we have searched every avenue to make this team that much more better. Think about the free agent signings. If you're not hyped about Dwight Howard, Wayne Ellington, Kent Bazemore, Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, Carmelo Anthony, if you're not excited about all those free agents signings, man, those are really damn good players. All of them. What will happen to Dennis? We don't know. That's the best part. Imagine we still end up getting something for Dennis. Most likely he's going to walk, though. But imagine we get something for Dennis. I'd be so hyped, man. Like, you don't understand. He said, Dan, today is Kendrick Nunn's 26th birthday. Wow, what a present. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Man. He said, I don't even know what jersey to buy. Too many fire options. That's funny, man. Thanks for the donation, man. Bro, I'm at a loss for words at this point. We don't need anything else. We can literally go into the regular season and leave 2 roster spots open if we want. Bro, we're still going to come out on top. I'm telling you, this team is deep from the top to the bottom. The Suns about to see how lucky they were last year. And one thing I told you guys, I told you guys this. It's a blessing in disguise that we get eliminated early due to injuries, because this is going to make Rob Pelinka have to flip this whole roster upside down, and that's exactly what he has done. Not only did he go and get us a third star, but he's got us some really good damn role players. A lot of these guys have star potential. Malik Monk, if he flourishes, now I know we only got him for 1 year, but I would love to resign him if there's a possibility next year. If he flourishes here, he could end up being a really good damn player. Kendrick Nunn, he's starting material, man. Starting material, Kendrick Nunn, beast. And he might be coming off the bench. That's how deep we are. We don't know. But Rob is goated. I agree. He said, let's go, Dan, ring number 18 on the way, Lakers gang. And thank you so much for the donation, bro. You have to be super hyped that Rob Pelinka puts his money where his mouth is. He said we had to make improvements. He said he wasn't going to rest. He wasn't satisfied with one championship. Guess what, man? The guy is doing work. Oh, man. I'm shocked. I'm shocked we were able to get all these good players. Usually, see, in the past, we'd be lucky to get one or two. But man, 6, 7, 8 good players, man, that's crazy. He said Clipper fans down horrendous. Imagine, Dan. Oh, man, Clipper fans stayed down. They were delusional thinking they were up, but they've been down, man. They've been down. They lie to themselves so much they actually think they're the better team in LA. Imagine that, with 0 championships. Imagine that. Whoo, I love Kendrick to the Lakers. Yeah, my boy just asked me if I like Kendrick to the Lakers. I love it, man. Let me just let him know. I love Kendrick. And we ain't talking about Lamar. No, I love Kendrick Lamar too. Crazy. He said Dennis regrets his decision. He should. Big mistake. He came over here. Here's the problem I have with Dennis. Dennis came to this team, to this roster, thinking he was going to get a paycheck, trying to use it as a platform. He probably was like, it's the Lakers, all eyes on them. I'm going to go out there, stat pad a little bit, get some points, and then, cash out. Guess what? It didn't work out that way. He didn't put the effort, the energy. He was upset when he didn't reach a contract extension, and as a result, now he's losing major money. Let that be a lesson to any chump that wants to come to the Lakers and use this as a stepping stone to get a bigger paycheck. Los Angeles is all about championships. If you don't even try, guess what, man? Karma comes all the way around to bite you. He said, stop talking smack about Alex Caruso. Has 10% higher win share. Nobody's talking crap about Alex Caruso. We're just celebrating Kendrick Nunn. We love Alex Caruso, man. Stop being so sensitive. He said, Dan, man, you're going to get blocked. Get out. Nobody, stop trying to put words in our mouth. We love Alex Caruso, but these are good additions, and we have a better roster than we did last year, period. Kendrick Nunn is a better offensive player than Alex Caruso. All right? No matter how you want to chop it up. Love AC Fresh. Wish him the best in Chicago. But now we got an upgrade offensively with Kendrick Nunn. Now, don't hate on that. That's just a fact. That is just a fact. And this coming from a big Alex Caruso fan, but I'm telling you, I kind of had a feeling he was going to walk and got the bag. And I also had the same feeling that Rob Pelinka had something up his sleeve to add to this team, and he has done just that. If I told you that we are trading Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, KCP, and Montrezl Harrell for everything we got, I'm taking that 10 times out of 10 and twice on a Sunday. That they got Nunn super cheap. Yes, we did. It's a steal. People don't understand how good he is. They don't get it. They don't watch basketball around the league. If you don't understand how good Kendrick Nunn is, if you don't know why we're excited, I suggest you go back and watch some old games. Matter of fact, I think he cooked us when he played the Lakers. This guy is legit, man. I'm telling you, he's a 15-point per game scorer, all right, on average, and then he can go off every once in a while. He has good handles. He's a tough defender. He's somebody who is going to really make his mark on this team. Trust me. Basically, he's the KCP replacement. He's basically the KCP replacement, but way cheaper and probably more efficient. Probably. Happy birthday, bro. I read it. He said it's your birthday. I read it, bro. Happy birthday. He said Pelinka is easily the best GM. Easily, bro. You're preaching to the choir. I've loved this guy since he took over year one. I saw his potential. What he did when he turned around and he acquired that roster around LeBron James and AD. Championship. Now, this team is even more deep than that team was. Think about it. Look at the team the year we won the championship. Excellent team. Amazing. Great depth. Well-rounded. And now look at this team. If you don't think this is a better team, then I don't know what to tell you. That team didn't have Russell Westbrook. Okay? That team didn't have a defined third option. Okay? And all these great role players with talent, potential, length, good defense. You want a wing defender? We got Trevor Ariza. You want a wild card, somebody who can go off? You got Malik Monk. You got Kendrick Nunn. You know what I'm saying? You want some size and some defense? We got Dwight Howard. Like, we are answering the call every need, every hole that we have had this offseason, Rob Pelinka has done his best, man. He has done his best, and I'm not talking about just his best effort. I'm talking about he has done his due diligence, his homework, and he has put in the work to recruit these guys to take pay cuts to come and play with this great team. Kendrick Nunn took a massive pay cut to come here. Trust me, he could have got 3 times what he got here. He got $5 million a year here. He could have easily got $15 million, $1 million for every point he averages. He could have got that. Plus, he's a very good defender as well. Come on, man. Come on, somebody. He said, we got ballers and players that'll beat your ass, too. That's right. We got tougher. I agree with that. We got tougher, man. He said, hey, Dan, one more center and Avery Bradley and shoots threes. You know what? We don't need another center because we got Marc Gasol off the bench. I know some people don't like him, but off the bench, he thrived last year. But, I'd be shocked if he started. I hope that coach doesn't start him. I'd rather start AD at the 5 or Dwight. But, off the bench, I think Marc Gasol is great. He's a facilitator from the top of the key. He's somebody who can stretch the floor with 3-point shots, somebody who has great basketball IQ. Sometimes he hits you with a little turnaround jump shot in the paint. He has a sweeping right-hand hook, left-hand hook, finishes softly around the basket. He brings value off the bench. Starting lineup, again, he's a little flat-footed and a little too old to play starting center versus a lot of, probably 90% of the league. But off the bench, he's going to pick them apart offensively. I like him. The Lakers are an older team. Can they play defense? Of course they can, man. We got some solid defenders. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love this team. I think we're more well-rounded than we were the 2020 championship team. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that because I'm in the moment. When I say something, I mean it. You guys know I mean it. He said, Dan, Reggie Jackson was a better option than who? Heck no. Reggie Jackson had one good playoff run, and now people want to go and buy him a house. People want to go out here and just – no, I don't buy his stock. And he's going to want to get paid a lot more, trust me. Kendrick Nunn is that guy. Kendrick Nunn is that guy. He said, oh, Lord, am I dreaming? Rob is killing. He's killing it, man. He's purging free agency. He's out there just killing the game right now. And what's my Laker lineup? As of right now, the way we are, this is my Laker lineup. Point guard, Russell Westbrook. Shooting guard, Kendrick Nunn. Yes, I moved them up just like that. Small forward, LeBron. Power forward, AD. And center, Dwight Howard. Off the bench, we got, if we bring back Dennis, I'm bringing him off the bench, all right? Let's just say hypothetically speaking. We could still get another point guard, or Kendrick Nunn could come off the bench as a 6th man, and you could slide Malik Monk at the shooting guard. We have multiple options there. But if we don't get another point guard, then we'll figure it out. But shooting guard off the bench, Malik Monk probably going to get major minutes. Off the bench, I got Marc Gasol there at the center. We still got some other positions to fill out, but THT as well. Maybe he can run some backup point guard. He did really good. Melo there at the 4. Man, our team is looking stizzack. I'm telling you right now, we are stacked, man. I can't wait for training camp and preseason. I'm covering it end to end. He said, should we cut Dudley if another star wants to join? I'm split on Jared Dudley, man. I love the guy. He's a great fan favorite and all that good stuff, man. I would love to have an open roster spot, but if we have to keep him, I'll keep him because he did an excellent job recruiting for us year after year, man. See, he said, so we do have youth too. He said, we do have youth too. How many spots do we have to fill? We have 13 filled roster spots. Summer League is today, so make sure you guys tune in. Some of those could come from there if they impress. You never know. I think we already signed 2 guys to a 2-way contract, so those spots are filled, but they could always interchange that. And then we have 2 open roster spots officially available, but Dennis Schroeder's situation is still not done. If we end up signing him, then you have a ton of depth. Now, I know we don't like Dennis. I get that. But I'm taking the depth no matter what. I'm putting my personal feelings aside for the betterment of the team 10 times out of 10. If we re-sign Dennis, this team is even more stacked, period. Because let's be real. Even though he plays like a chump at times and he's really idiotic as a starting point guard, off the bench, he was the 6th man of the year. So you do have to give him that. And we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But Rob is working his wizardry, and he continues to just churn the butter. He's making it work, guys. He said, I saw Malik sign too. Yes, sir. Malik Monk. Covered it in an earlier video. I've been breaking every single video. As soon as the news breaks, I'm coming on here live. So if you already have it, please subscribe and turn on the post notification bells because I'm here bringing it to you, man, even quicker than ESPN is. Nunn is a backup point. You could, or you could play small shooting guard because remember, there's smaller combo guards like CJ McCollum in the league. But yes, he could very well be our backup point guard. That's going to depend on what we do with Dennis. Now, he could also be our starting two guard. Maybe that's what they promised to him. That's why he took that major pay cut. You have to remember, politics are involved. Sometimes players don't come unless you make some sort of a agreement, commitment, or something. So maybe they promised him that two guard. I wouldn't be shocked because he played some two guard in Miami. So, but yeah, I mean, preferably, I'd love him to be the sixth man off the bench if we don't, especially if we don't bring back Shooter, and then you have Malik Monk there starting, or maybe even Wayne Ellington. He said 32 million for 3 years for Tucker. Nice. He said, be at the Dodgers game to watch us beat the Asterisks. You're funny, bro. Absolutely, man. Enjoy that game. That is a great deal. And my favorite thing about that is, like I said, when his contract expires, so will LeBron's and a bunch of other star players. I think Russell Westbrook comes off the books. So we'll have the money to re-sign him if he pans out and he lives up to his potential. So it just works out for the long term and the short term for the Lakers. He said, we need a big and another wing defender. I don't know about that. Like I said, we're pretty good at bigs. Think about it. We have AD who can play some center at times, especially in fourth quarters. We have Dwight Howard, who's a rim protector, and we have Marcus. So that's three bigs. I'm not sure how we would use another big, but we'll see. I think it's a blessing in disguise that Andre Drummond signed with the Sixers. The Lakers are better off. Absolutely, Denver Nuggets, baby. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, we didn't. After that performance from Drummond, we didn't want that. And then him pouting, wanting more playing time and more money. You know what's funny? He called a Laker fan drunk for saying you should re-sign for the veterans minimum, and that's exactly what he ended up doing. He ended up doing that over there in Philadelphia. So either way, man, karma came all the way around. And he was doing some disrespectful posts about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that I didn't like. So good riddance, man. Good riddance. Do we need to re-sign Dudley? He said he's the one recruiting. I think so. I mean, look, if we have an open roster spot and we can give it to Dudley, that'd be good. Somebody suggested here on the stream a couple days ago that maybe we should turn him into an assistant coach, and that way he could be around the locker room and all that, and he doesn't need to play, and we have an extra open roster spot. I'd be happy with that too. Either way, he's a great guy, man. I'm not mad at him being on the roster at all. He said, I'm calling Kelly Oubre final piece. I doubt it. We no longer have the mid-level exception. Kelly Oubre's not taking a veteran's minimum. That would be insane, though. If you get Kelly Oubre, I mean, it's already a wrap, but that's just overkill at this point. But I'm going to say, yeah, Kelly Oubre is probably not coming to the Lakers. I think we're done. For the major part, whoever else we add, it's going to be a minor name like maybe, I don't know, maybe J.J. Redick or something like that. But nothing else. He said, yo, what happened to Dennis Shooter? We still don't have the answer, fam. We don't have the answer. I'm over here scrolling on my phone trying to figure it out. But, I mean, come on, man. How quickly did Rob Pelinka put this roster together? It's just insane. This guy worked overtime and it's paid off because he got the best potential team he could have put together based off of the interest that was being gagged around the league for sure. Appreciate it, Jesse. Thank you so much for the donation, brother. He said, I already missed McLemore, though. We got some other shooters, man. I don't think you'll be missing them very much. We got some. McLemore was a really good shooter, all right, as off of catching and shooting. I liked him a lot. But he can't put the ball on the floor and defend. We got other guys that actually could. Malik Monk could put the ball on the floor. I've been watching him his whole career. He can create for himself, too. He could also defend better than McLemore. So we improved at the position. I wish these guys the best. See, people think me saying that we improved at certain position means me talking trash. No way. We appreciate the Alex Caruso's, the Ben McLemores. We're going to miss those guys, especially Caruso. But that doesn't mean we didn't improve, man. We improved this offseason. You can't win them all. But we won 90% of the battle. We lost 10% of it by losing a good young piece. But, hey, guess what? These other guys we added are more than efficient replacements. I'm telling you right now. You guys are gonna really love. If you've never seen Kendrick Nunn play, go ahead and watch his highlights. He's pretty sick, man, and he's feisty for a guard. And then Malik Monk again. The potential is just. I think he was stashed behind a bunch of guards and Charlotte, but I think he's gonna get a chance to shine here. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he pans out. Again, I even forgot we got Melo from talking to all this free agency. Melo is a bucket. He's somebody who can go off and get you 15 to 20 points on any given night. He's a bucket. So we got. People were worried about our age and about our abilities to get shooters and stuff. We took care of that, man. We took care of that. So do you think Nunn is better than Caruso? Offensively, yes. Defensively, no. Defensively, no. But offensively, yes, he is. Offensively, he definitely is. Although I'll say this about Caruso, his chemistry he had with LeBron was insane, man. They were a nice little 1-2 punch whenever they were playing together. So I am gonna miss that. But Kendrick Nunn is a different ball player than Caruso. Caruso was more of a glue guy, didn't always show up in the stat sheet. Kendrick Nunn definitely shows up in the stat sheet. His sign and trade Dennis for Hield would be nice. I can see him going to the young guys during the season and let the older guys rest till the playoffs. I mean, Buddy Hield would be insane on the Lakers, but what do we have to give up? At this point, I don't think we're trading THT. We just signed him. I think you would have heard about a sign and trade already. So we don't have much to give up for Buddy Hield. And so for those reasons, I don't think we're going to get him. But I'm okay with that because we got other guys who basically fill in that role and that need of shooting, athleticism in the wings. We got a little bit of everything, man. So come on, man. We cannot continue to ask for more. Rob Pelinka has done his job. A+ offseason already. No, I don't care what happens anymore. A+ offseason already. He said re-sign Wesley Matthews and sign and trade shooter for Cantor. Although Wesley Matthews, I wouldn't mind bringing back. I mean, he's a 3-and-D wing, veteran leadership. I forgot about him. I definitely don't mind bringing him back for the 14th and final roster spot. If that ends up, let's just say Dennis bounces, I'm not mad at that. Wesley Matthews would really round us out nicely. Veteran leadership off the bench, for sure. Hey, good eye, XRP. I forgot about him completely. Whiteside, now I'll pass. We got enough bigs. We got more than enough bigs now. I'm still hyped about the Kendrick Nunn signing and THC re-signing, of course. Danny Green's still available. I'm not mad at that either. If that happens to be our 14th roster spot, I'd be stoked. But I don't count on that happening now because we gave up our mid-level exception, and I think Danny Green would have wanted that. I really do. Markieff Morris, I'd bring him back. Sure, why not? Remember, officially we have 2 roster spots open, but historically the Lakers like to leave one open just in case a free agent gets bought out at some point in the season. And, Victor Oladipo would be nice because you could just rest him till he gets healthy, and eventually maybe he comes back in time for the playoffs. Do the Lakers have a chance to win the chip? Yes. Without hesitating, absolutely yes. I'd say our chance is higher than 95% of the league. The only team that's kind of looking stacked, obviously they just added Patty Mills, so they look more stacked, is the Brooklyn Nets. So I do expect that to be the finals this year. I expect it to be Lakers-Nets finals. And it should be a damn good one because, everybody knows the story and plot between the haterism that goes on from Brooklyn coming our way. They're jealous of LeBron, all the little comments and little jabs they have done over the years, like Kyrie Irving saying he finally has a teammate that can hit clutch shots when he joined the Nets and stuff like that. And not to mention Russell Westbrook being betrayed by KD and OKC and James Harden in Houston. So this is going to be a beautiful NBA Finals if it happens and we get blessed enough to see it, and I really hope it does, man. Thank you so much, Vincent. He said, worried about the ball touches, but great roster. Don't worry about the ball touches. There will be plenty of sacrificing and plenty of ball movement on this team. This team is well-rounded, man. Holy crap. I'm telling you, this team is more well-rounded than I've seen in a long time. And we got the star power. We definitely have the star power. I mean, with all these off-season acquisitions, I sometimes forget we still just acquired Russell Westbrook, who's going to make a huge impact for us. So, who took the Lakers mid-level exception? Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn, man. It's crazy, man. Oladipo would be a steal. At this point, yes, because even though he's not going to play for the majority part of the season, if he comes back and gives you anything at any point, even late in the season, for that price, it'd be awesome, man. Veterans minimums is all we have to give out now. He said, in my opinion, the Lakers versus Nets is now 50-50. Nets no longer the favorites. Lakers' depth is what will carry us. Without a doubt, LeBron can finally get rest as well as AD. Oh, yeah. I got the Lakers winning the championship this year. But I do believe that the Nets are equally as stacked as we are, for sure. So it's going to be a battle of the stars, and I think we have the better poise, the tougher mindset, and I think we have, they're going to have chemistry issues. All 3 of those guys have been toxic at one point, to be honest with you. If you look at their track history, and it's no hate, but it's just real, all 3 of the superstars for the Brooklyn Nets have been toxic in a locker room in their career. You look at our team, I guess you can make the argument that Westbrook, since this is his 4th team in his 4th years, in the last 4 years, so you can make an argument that Westbrook is the most toxic player we have, but I think he's ready to win, and I think he's going to sacrifice. Kendrick Perkins made a great point about that. Okay, he said Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook are hungry. They're ready to win. They're going to sacrifice. I can't say the same for Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn's willing to sacrifice anything. I think all three of them are going to try to be the alphas, and that's the problem with them. He said, do you think this team is the best team LeBron has had? By far. By far. And I'll tell you why. Okay? The only team that competes with this team as far as depth goes was the Miami Heat. All right, back in 2010, 2011, when they added Ray Allen to that team. That team was deep, okay? They had Jason Williams, they had Gary Payton coming off the bench. They had some old veteran Hall of Famers that really are insanely good. But this team, see, I feel like this team is even better because LeBron James, believe it or not, even though he was more athletic back then and all that stuff, he's way more clutch now. He's a lot more savvy. To me, he's an overall better player. To me, LeBron James is still the best player in the world, okay? I don't care what nobody says. I had this argument with my friends. They were saying Steph Curry passed LeBron. I was like, no. But I'm going to tell you this. LeBron James, to me, still the best player in the league. Anthony Davis, to me, not just because I'm a Laker fan. I've been saying this before he came to the Lakers. Anthony Davis, to me, when healthy, best big man in the game right now. And then Russell Westbrook, man, he's still a dog. He's, what is he, 32? Still a dog. Still got a lot of fight in him. Triple-double threat any night. And then you start really getting into the depth, right? We brought Dwight Howard back. You guys remember what kind of an impact he made? Remember that. Remember the impact he made last time and the impact he had in Philly as well. He was doing just as good over there. But they just didn't have a good enough team and good enough stars to carry them. And then you get into the, all the good stuff. We just signed Malik Monk. Carmelo, another guy who's really hungry, going to sacrifice, and he's been clutching his career a couple of times. That's all I can say about that. Wayne Ellington, a 3-and-D guy who's very efficient from beyond the arc, 42% career three-point shooter. Trevor Ariza, who's won championships with us and has veteran leadership, even though he's not the same player, obviously, but he's still good for a couple threes a game and some lockdown defense here and there. And the list goes on and on. I can't remember a deeper team than this. I think Miami Heat from 2010, 2011 is the closest thing, man. He said, what up, Dan? He said, yeah, we're looking damn good. He said, but I think Miami and LA finals will be revisited. I'm calling it. All right, Marcus, I'll remember that. I would love for it to happen. It'd be fun. But I still think Brooklyn's going to make it out if they're healthy because they do have three superstars and they added Patty Mills. Patty Mills is pretty good. I'm not going to sit here and cap. He said, DTLF, do you love what the Bulls did? I do. The Bulls just became one of my favorite young teams in the league to watch. I mean, I've always been a fan of Lonzo, obviously Caruso, love those guys. And, they added DeMar DeRozan. That's huge, man. They're having an equally as good and impressive season as we are. So, yes, I am impressed by the Chicago Bulls season for sure. And it's nice to see. He said 2.3K in the chat and 15K subs. Happy for you, Dan. Thank you so much, man. We've actually, believe it or not, we've had up to 3-point-something in this chat. I think around the finals last year, we had like almost 5K at some point. Not this year's finals, but last year's finals when the Lakers were in it. We had a ton of people in here. So yes, the channel is growing. The family continues to grow. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Truly helps. So we could get half of these people to like the button. This channel will be recommended to so many more people. So the algorithm pushes it out. I know you guys appreciate the content, man. I'm working overtime. Every time news breaks, I'm here for you. So if you already haven't, please make sure to subscribe, guys, because this is your number one source for Lakers news and basketball breakdown, man. The Lakers, baby, I just subscribed and liked. Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you so much. Even the haters are welcome here, man. He said Next Nation chat. Nah, Nets Nation. There's no such thing as Nets Nation. More like Bandwagon Nation. You guys didn't have fans till you acquired Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear it. If you don't have fans before you acquired your stars, I don't want to hear it. I've never in my life seen Brooklyn Net fans here in my chat up until Brooklyn formed the big three over there. Laker fans been here. This channel's been here since the Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell days. So that's the difference, man. That is definitely the difference. Is it Rob Pelinka is goated? Rob Pelinka is putting in that overtime, bro. I'm telling you, he's been disrespected, always snubbed for Executive of the Year. Every single year, he doesn't even get considered. He doesn't even get considered, guys. But it is what it is. We'd rather get championships than fake recognition trophies. They can have all those. For sure, they can have all of those, man. He said, my boy said, thanks, brother. He said, did you read about how dirty Kawhi did Russ? Yes, I did. And I'm not shocked, man. Kawhi has been, he's been moving like a knot for quite some time. I'll say that. He's a weirdo, man. You got to be careful with quiet people. Sometimes they are the most dangerous. You ever heard of that? You know, they say the people that talk a lot, they're very predictable, but people that are quiet are the most dangerous. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he's something else. All right. He's not the nice guy we once thought he was. We figured that out when he went to the Clippers and he basically tricked and lied to the Lakers. We figured it out. But I respect this game. Everything else off the court is a little shady to me with Kawhi. That's all I got to say about him. You know, I'm not a fan anymore. I used to be a fan at one point because I bought the whole, you know, propaganda about him being one of the nicest, most humble guys out there. But we hear the stories now. Everything eventually comes, you know, everything eventually comes to light. That's the one thing. That's what he said. Who has better bench than the Nets or the Lakers? The Lakers. As of right now, the Lakers. While you might argue that the Nets have more offensive firepower, but remember, defense wins championships. I like the Lakers bench defensively and offensively better. And I think, yes, I think it's going to be nuts. My boy said 2K22 Lakers are going to be insane. Yes, they are, man. I'm looking forward to it. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up the video right now. I know we got tons to talk about and all that, but I'm saving some, man. I don't want to lose my voice. Coming back on at 4 p.m. to cover the Summer League roster, talk about that a little bit. And then I'm going to do post-game as well. So we're going to do pre-game and post-game, talk about Summer League, man. See with some of these young cats, hopefully they have potential and it shows all out. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in again for like the third time today. Like I said, working overtime, make sure to smash that like. If you already haven't, please consider subscribing and turning on that post notification bell. I could come on at any hour, so make sure you guys are here for it, man. Much love, Laker Nation. Now, remember, we got the California Classic coming up today, so stay tuned for that. I will be on again at 4. If something breaks, most likely I'll cover it there. Let me read one more comment from the homegirl who came on. Let me see. I skipped it. Yeah, that's the problem, man. The more full we get over here, it's going to be harder to read your comments, but I'll do my best. Whatever happened to his sister, the one that killed the lady at the casino? Oh, I don't know anything about that. Like, that is, you know, I usually don't cover off basketball stuff unless it's related to the Lakers. But, yeah, that whole Kawhi situation, I don't know nothing about it, so I'll reserve my comments. You know, I don't really want to judge people without knowing all the facts. But thank you guys again so much. Much love, Laker Nation. Appreciate all the love and support. I'll see you guys right here in about an hour. Peace out.